This is going to be a pretty quick review because, like I said, I saw this a while ago, and let's just talk about it. One of them days. Am I having one? Let's find out. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing One of Them Days. What's about? Pretty simple premise. You have two friends in California, LA to be exact, and they have about 8 hours to get $1,500 to pay the rent. If not, they get kicked out of their apartment, and shenanigans ensues throughout this day. So I won't lie, when watching this trailer, I was like, this is about to be a shite movie. It looks horrific. It just doesn't appeal to me. This is one of the ones why I don't like to watch trailers, because it gives you a perception of what to expect from the movie and what the overall package is going to be. And when these credits were rolling for One of Them Days, I enjoyed it. Had some good belly laughs, I had some good chuckles, there was some good gags, and I just thought the overall experience was a well-crafted story through and throughout. And having some good movie or elements like Katt Williams adds to the story through and throughout. So again, the acting, pretty well done. Everyone knew their part. Everyone was having fun with this movie. Everyone knew what they're trying to do with the shenanigans. Again, knowing that even though some of the shenanigans is fake, is overall ridiculous, that we're going to try to play it to a T of like having this white person in the jungle of like living in a place that this white person's like, you probably shouldn't live there. Like me driving. Should I be driving in East St. Louis to Larry Flint's Hustler Club? Probably not. It's probably not a good establishment for me. So things like that, where it's like, oh, you gotta think a little bit about that. Of, do you belong there? And I know that sounds kind of weird, but it is kind of the same thing of like, if you go to Chicago, there's specific areas like Asian area, the black area, the Hispanic area, the white area. It's like it is segregated, and it's kind of fucked up overall when you want, everyone to be human and be like, hey, we should all just get together. But anyway, that's just me being a little bit naive of like, hey, we should all happy family overall, right? But anyway, the laughs were there, especially the blood gag. I thought that worked pretty damn well. There's a couple of dick jokes in here that I thought were pretty funny, about, the stereotypes when it comes to that. Also, where you're coming from. I think that's also really interesting about, trying to get in this higher headquarters building, but you have friends that you're like, maybe I got to show my wild side and so that I have two type of things, and maybe I need to subdue one of them to get that job. And I think that was an interesting plot point as well as this guy with the axe in his car. Again, there are good gags in this movie that kind of just like work. That you're like, oh, is it a murder or something else? Oh, is this or something else? And it's very subtle stuff where you're like, I chuckled. And that's all the movie really needs to do. This is going to be a very short review because, like I said, this movie came out a couple weeks ago, actually almost a month ago, and it did fantastic in the box office. It beat Wolfman. That is you deserve a round of applause because no one predicted that. I didn't predict that. And because of that, if you doing that damn good, I think you're going to get close to like 40 to 50 million for such a low budget movie. Thumbs up for the writers, thumbs up for the directors, thumbs up for Sony for putting this out and having like faith in this movie, and thumbs up for the audience to actually go out and like support a movie like this. Where, like I said, I saw the trailer and I was like, this movie looks like shit. When I left the theater, I said, well, that's why you don't judge a book by cover, because one of them days, sometimes I do have one of them days, but I don't have it as bad as this. But hey, like I said, good laughs, good scenarios. Have you seen this type of movie before? Absolutely. But I will always say it, if it's a movie you've seen before, but it's done right, there's nothing wrong with that. So One of Them Days will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 70%. So let's see the critics and user scores gave this one. Critics a 95% with 83 of them. That's impressive. Audience score 90% with over 2,500. Critic consensus: dishing out enough laughter and chemistry to spare through Keke, Palmer, and SZA. One of Them Days makes the buddy comedy genre feel like magic once again. You can say that. Like I said, I had a fun time. 90, 95, 70. Chase Hockey with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this Bluetoontopia. You Blue Futonians, take a watch for a great day. I can watch this take tomorrow, week from now. I'm here for every single freak one of you. Peace and love, and just, If the APR rate is really 1,905%, don't freaking do it.